What's up, YouTube? Bobbles and Ball Cards back with another video. Was going to do this recorded and actually screwed up, so going live for it now. I know it's a little late, a little short notice, but anyway, figured I would jump on, see if anybody wanted to hop on, chat for a bit, and hang out on this Tuesday night. Hope everybody is healthy out there, got through Christmas safe, and we are now heading into 2022. If you guys have checked out the box opening videos that I've uploaded over the past few evenings and have enjoyed those, thank you. Thank you for commenting, watching, liking, sharing, all of that stuff. It's really appreciated. I do have a couple more I'm going to upload. So I'm glad people enjoy them. Had a lot of fun doing it, ripping the wax, and I'm glad that people had fun watching. Tonight I wanted to talk about, first off, if you have not heard the news, a couple hours ago it was made announcement that one of the legends, all-time legends in football, passed away. Rest in peace to John Madden. If you are like most people that I know in the hobby, around my age, and you grew up with John Madden in your life in some sort of fashion, whether you were a Raider fan while he was coaching, whether you played video games, or whether you watched him in the broadcast booth with Pat Summerall, you had some sort of connection and remembrance of John Madden. I don't think there's any team of broadcasters that will ever match the duo of Madden and Summerall. And I think, Madden, NFL football kind of put us all, especially sports lovers, into video game heaven. There was nothing like Madden football outside of maybe, Super Tecmo Bowl, but let's be real. So anyway, sad time to hear that, but I just wanted to get on and touch on something that really has me a bit confused, of why this continuously happens. And as you've seen in the title, when you click to come in here, it's reactionary buying. And we discuss this when like new products are released, or first to market graded cards and that sort of thing, and everybody's talking about low pops and everything, and people pay more for them even though we know the pops are going to increase. And then obviously the cards dip down, and it happens every single time. Well, in a similar instance, the same thing goes when someone passes away. And I just don't quite understand why, especially as knowledgeable and as many lessons that the past 2 years have taught this hobby. I don't know why it continues to happen. Is it like habit, or is it instinct, or is it that FOMO? I don't know what it is, but obviously, I have Hank Aaron on the screen, I have Kobe Bryant on the screen, and then of course I have Willie Mays on the screen. And I told you guys why I bought the Willie Mays. I had 4 targets that I was contemplating on, and I chose Willie Mays. And sadly, I had to pick. I trust me. I shouldn't say sadly. I picked that card for the specific reason that I felt if I didn't, and he passed away, that card would increase in value to a point I may not ever have been able to obtain it. Aaron, it did the same thing. He passed away early this year. His card prices went up. They have since came back down some, but it was still, again, Hank Aaron, we've known, outside of the controversial Barry Bonds thing of breaking the record, he was always the home run king. Hank Aaron was always known as the home run king. But then when he passed away, that's when people rushed out to buy his card. And, Kobe, we've had that discussion where Kobe Topps rookies were $5, and then the crash happened, and that was literally the craziest day I've ever seen on eBay in my life. Like, when you went to newly listed, a card could literally pop up as being newly listed, and it was being sold before you could click on it. That's how many people rushed to eBay to buy Kobe rookie cards. And then obviously his prices went up, and then they settled back down, but then we had the spike again in 2021 that lifted them. And now, of course, all of that has, for the most part, all of his cards have came back down to normal, or to a more reasonable level, I should say. It's probably going to happen with Mays. Mays is getting up in age. His health isn't all the greatest. And, when the time comes he passes, I can see the same thing happen, and people's going to rush out. I've had sellers tell me already that the price is baked into what they have his card priced at, based on the expectation, of his health and age. And so there'll probably be another bump on top of that, I'm sure. But it doesn't make any sense. And I want to share with you guys why I thought to get on here and discuss this. Because so Madden is legendary with, as I said, video games, broadcasting, and as a coach. He wasn't really a legendary player to any of us, but he was part of our lives growing up, obviously. So it was really interesting when I got on here. And so I haven't refreshed this in a minute, but I'm just going to show you. I searched John Madden Auto. Okay? So if you look at John Madden Auto, I'll stop scrolling when I get to what's not today sold. Okay? So here, this is the 27th. So everything up. So there's probably a good 30 plus listings have been purchased in the last 2 hours. 2 to 3 hours, we'll say. All of this just today since the announcement. I want you to specifically look at these, which are being bought at $500 a pop now. $500. Notice the picture. Look at this one. This isn't even John Madden, the coach broadcaster guy. This was a hockey player that signed a hockey puck, and somebody bought it, most likely thinking it was John Madden, the legendary video game coach. But anyway, let's go ahead and refresh. We'll see here. We got this photo. Let's see how many we get. All right, there's another one, $7.99 or best offer. You go over here, take this off. Look at how many new listings there are. New listing, new listing, new listing, new listing. People are flooding to list. Look at this. PlayStation signed $560 on a PlayStation 3. I think it's PS3. PS2. Nope, it's 3. PS3, John Madden signed. I don't see any authentication on it. Just somebody dug out a Madden 09, scribbled on it possibly. There's no authentication, and it's bid up to $560 right now. I mean, that's the craziness. Here's a 8x10 photo, bid up to $400. A card at $860. So why is this? Why is this? I mean, I get it. He's passed away, and he had a lot to do with all of, with our lives growing up. We remember John Madden. Don't get me wrong. It's not like he's a nobody. But why do people choose to wait until an instant such as death to then run out and make a purchase, do they think they're getting a good deal? Because we've seen it over and over again. You know, I would expect most of this stuff to dip right back down in a week, maybe 2 weeks. I can see these Madden autos dip back down. I was actually talking with Sean and JJ earlier today. I have a video or a topic for a video I want to discuss, and I want people's opinion on it. To do with autographs, something that I may look into to go like a little project or something to start off as a form of another level in my collecting stuff. And it has to do with autographs. And the fact is, guys like Madden, who have been around for God knows how long, as Sean pointed out in the comment, he doesn't have many cards, but he has signed a lot of stuff. And I've noticed that with a lot of players. They sign a lot of stuff. And to me, there is some stuff out there that is a bargain considering what people pay for some other items of the same player. There's just some things that doesn't line up with me. So, you know, like this here. This is a card, 10 grand. It's already a cut auto. The man was still alive, and they did a cut auto. This is 2019. Look at this, 14 watchers at 10 grand. This card's probably going to sell for a few $1,000s because it was pack pulled. And then, you know, you see what the other stuff is you can buy of his. Brent says they always come back down. I mean, I'm a Kirby Puckett fan and had his cards listed on eBay. I learned of his passing when they all sold at once. Yeah, I get they all come back down. That's my point. Why do people rush out, like, as soon as an announcement's made of some, you know, an athlete or a famous person passing, or, you know, whatever the case may be, something happens and it hits the news and everybody rushes to go buy at that moment. What is the mind focus that causes that reactionary buying to cause this? Because just as you stated, and just what I was getting at when I said in about a week or two, these prices will be less than what they are today. If we as humans and people in this hobby and in the collector space know this, then why every single time does it happen? Like, there's got to be something there that, is it people actually manipulating the values? Is it people who are new that don't understand the trajectory that happens with all of this? It's crazy to see it over and over and over and over again. It continuously happens, and I don't quite understand it. Like, you would think people would learn. It's that whole fool me once, you know, fool me twice. I don't get it. You know, I have nothing wrong with people going out purchasing, you know, someone's autograph. That's not the point of this. I'm just trying to understand the cause and effect. It's like, okay, Madden passed and the announcement comes and boom, people rush to eBay to buy his stuff. It happened with Kobe, it happened with Hank, it'll happen with Willie, it'll happen with the next player or famous entity that passes away. And it's a repeated cycle, but it also ties into the pop report thing. It, like, you know, just because it's the first to eBay, people overpay and spend because there's a pop of 2 on a 2021 card just because the others haven't been completed and gotten back yet. Um, they pay for that low pop premium when we know there's going to be 5,000 more in the population. It just it's crazy that the cycle continues, and I don't know how to how to help people break that cycle. It's really crazy to watch. And as for people listing, I get it. They're probably sitting there with a John Madden auto. They see, oh, well, this auto that was $200 yesterday is now going for $500 today. Let me throw it up on there, and they're probably going to sell it for $500. In a week or two, they'll probably buy it back, or they just didn't have any attachment to it and they're getting rid of it. Amari said, "How do I feel about the other side of the bargain?" And I'm guessing he's asking me, how do I feel about the people selling? Like I said, it's no different. These people look at all the new listings. They know this is their opportunity to get the higher value. If people didn't rush out to buy, then the sellers wouldn't rush on to list, I guess is the thing. Do I think reactionary buying can be healthy? I don't, because just as Brent mentioned, the prices come back down. And what does that do to people? That if it's somebody, like he said, it brings a lot of people from outside the hobby in to buy something, and then they buy it today, they buy a Madden auto for $500, right here. Let's say they buy this for $500, and in a week's time, or 2 week, however long it is, what if they get back down to where they were? I don't see it on here now, but there was one on here for like $240 I seen not long ago. Right here, $299 best offer on that one. So what happens if they spend $500 today and then in a week or two they see it back at $200 to $250? They're going to be mad at not only themselves, but they're going to think that they got scammed or whatever. Or if it's somebody that is new into the hobby and thinks that they can flip that from 500 to 1,000, and then they realize it went from 500 to 250, then they're also going to get discouraged. I just question, I guess my thought is different, because the whole reason I settled on buying the maze was I didn't want to lose out on the card. I didn't want it to go up to where I potentially may not have been able to get it. And that's what allowed me to make the choice of buying the maze. My 4 options that I had in mind was a Lou Gehrig, a Ty Cobb, a first Bowman Juan Soto, and a Willie Mays. I said Cobb is gone. He's been passed away for a long time. Gehrig is gone. He's been passed away for a long time. Soto, I think, is a great player. He's going to have a great career. I am not disputing that one bit. But there's so many autographs of his out there. I don't have to have the first Bowman. I bought a rookie auto of his that I'm very happy with, and it's a Soto autograph. It's a Soto rookie autograph at that. A very limited Soto rookie autograph. So I knew what I once could have had that first Bowman at, and I felt like if I go purchase that card now, then I'm going to end up mad at myself in a sense, because I knew what I could have had it at, and then I went and bought it at a much higher price. I love Juan Soto, but owning that Willie Mays, no offense to Soto or his career, that Mays, it was a huge purchase for me, and I can be happy with other Soto autos. Soto is young, so he's got a long career ahead of him, way long career ahead of him. He's going to sign many, many, many things, and his autograph is his autograph. And so that's just kind of my thought behind it and why I don't understand why people wait and run out right when the news is announced. If you really wanted a John Madden auto, I don't know why you didn't buy it prior to him passing, or why you don't just hang on for, you know, a couple weeks or so when pretty much everybody in this hobby knows it's going to settle back in. You could get it at a cheaper rate. So what we got here, invest in Tebow refractors and the rest takes care of itself. That would be Jay Michelin, the Tebow refractor lover. Sean says that him and JJ were discussing urination techniques. I don't need to know. The missus said JJ's been a bad influence on Sean. He threw him under the bus. So anyway, interesting stuff going on over there. I'll go ahead and actually talk about it right now while I got people on. So I was discussing with Sean and JJ earlier, and I'll probably go and do a video a little bit more in depth. But while I have a few people on, and we're talking about autographs and Hall of Fame cards and stuff like that, right? So right here, all right, I got the Hank Aaron rookie. And y'all know that have followed the channel or followed on in the group and everything, that I really enjoy buying Hall of Fame rookie cards. I've actually been, you know, kind of working on the rookie checklist, so to speak. But I do also know there's some cards that are just expensive. Let's be real, they're expensive. So it got me thinking, okay? I like the rookie cards. They're iconic images. And then a lot of these guys are past or will eventually pass. I mean, let's be real. None of us are going to live forever. Unless some magical cure happens in our near future. But anyway, I was thinking, all right, how about this? So here is an example. Jerry Rice, right? So you can go on here, and I have a Rice rookie, and Rice is just one, you know, his rookie card, you can still get it in a decent value, but you can pick his autograph up. You know, right here is one on an image. Now, granted, this is a reprint, okay? It is a reprint card, but it's the image of his rookie, and it is his auto, and it is slabbed and authenticated. This went for $125.50, okay? You're getting a Jerry Rice autograph. It's in a slab that can be displayed, and it's authenticated for $125. If you go back and you look at just Jerry Rice auto, right here, this is from a brand new product, 2021 impeccable Jerry Rice, okay, impeccable canvas creations. It went for $324.80. So somebody paid $200 more for a product that came out in 2021 than just picking up an autograph at $125. You know, and this goes across, these are just a few examples. Here's a 97 Pinnacle. This, I don't know the authenticity of it because it's not slabbed. I'm not looking at stuff like this that isn't authentic, like authenticated. I would probably stay away from those. But like this here, how is this not a steal? 93 Stadium Club, members only, Jerry Rice, PSA DNA certified auto, near mint 7. Okay? So record breaker, Stadium Club, members only, autographs authenticated. It's not the greatest autograph on there, I'll admit to that. But authentic auto, card got graded a 7, Members Choice Record Breaker card, $79 for a Jerry Rice autograph. How does that make any sense? Like, if you want an autograph of a player, I guess I just don't get it. There's so much of this hatred towards sticker autos, and people want on-card autos, but yet you can literally get on-card in-person autos that have been authenticated, slabbed, and certified cheaper than you can a pack-pulled sticker auto. Now, a pack-pulled on-card auto versus a pack-pulled sticker auto and then an in-person auto, that's your three levels. Normally, the in-person auto is going to be last. And that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because if people want on-card autos, there is nothing more legit than an in-person auto from a show or you meeting the player, whatever the case may be. A player does a signing right there. There's nothing more on-card and legit than what you're getting right there. Panini certifies these pack-pulled autos. But Panini also said that Mitchell and Ness jerseys were game-worn. There has been the Luka Doncic mom autograph theory. People were up in a roar with believing LaMelo Ball had Miles Bridges sign his cards. There was, Dak Prescott with the auto pen. There was Tack McKinley when he got drafted that had some elementary kid or whatever, his son or nephew or something like that, sign his cards, and they all had to be recalled. You don't know who is signing these pack pull cards. They can say that they're legit all they want, but you don't really know. So it's always really blown my mind why, if you can buy something, and here's another perfect example. 2018 Topps Update Juan Soto autograph. So, let's see. Let me find one real quick. I know they're on here. So right here, here's a 2018 update Juan Soto rookie auto. Beckett slab authenticated, on card autograph. Soto had this card, signed it. Beckett authenticated it, slabbed it for $475. $475. But then if you go look at his pack pulled stuff, you're probably going to pay, I don't know, 5 to 10x. I don't know why people discount the pack pull or the in-person autos so much. It's just it's crazy to me. Like, $475. Here's a PSA certified one, $430. The card was a 10, or the auto grade was a 10. $430. It's kind of crazy to me. And then you look at this one, out of 25, right? So here's a good example. Sticker auto. I can't time that person out or whatever. Anyway, here's a sticker auto Soto. And it obviously was best offer, but it was listed for $2,000 or best offer. Yet these are on card, slabbed, authenticated for $430. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So that's kind of my thoughts. Something I'm thinking about looking at in 2022. Exynos Petro, there's some spam in the chat tonight. Yeah, thank you, Amari. There was another one up earlier. I think it's gone now. But yeah, there was some spam in the chat. But that's just kind of some thoughts of where I'm at. Jesus, there's another one. What is with all the bots in the chat tonight? That's weird. I've never had this happen. There's a bunch of bots in the chat tonight. That's cool. Remove. Yeah, I don't know what all these bots are for tonight. But that's kind of like what I'm thinking about. Looking at maybe some Hall of Famers. Amari said he's been looking at more recent patch autos of Hall of Famers. So what I'm actually looking at is like, and I'm just going to show this as an example. This isn't one necessarily that I'm going to go, but I don't, like I said, I've been working on the checklist. And so if I want a mantle, right? Let me just look for let's go here. So a 2.5 is like 12,000 best offer. Here's a 1 miscut for 8150 or best offer. Here is a SGC 1 that's on auction at over $2,000. So like here's just an authentic altered, and this has been bleached. It's actually not a great looking card. But it's 78.75 or best offer, right? So if I'm gonna go after a 51 Bowman, I'm looking at probably 7,000 to 8,000, and that's a lot of money, a hell of a lot of money. So what I've thought about, and this is kind of where my little mind has been circling, I can go to 51 Bowman Mickey Mantle Auto, okay, and I can go over here and look at one of these. Now, no, it's not the real card. These are porcelain cards that came out, if like I told Sean earlier, I think they were in the 90s these came out. But it has the 51 Bowman image. You know, it has the back to it. It can display well. And it's autographed. So if I can't obtain the actual card on some of these, I thought about going with a rookie reprint that is autographed, slabbed, certified, authenticated, that can be displayed. That's gonna, you know, $1,000 isn't cheap, but when you're talking 7,000 to 8,000, you're in a much better value spot. So that's kind of what I've been thinking as far as on some of the cards I need for the checklist, or even some that I have. Here's another one I've looked at. You know, for a 54 Hank Aaron, $5.99 or best offer. Let's see. Another one, 600 or best offer. There was another one on here earlier I found. And this is a good example. There's tons of these. Just by doing that one search of Hank Aaron's autograph. So it's just something I've thought about. Still being able to have the image of the rookie card, but also the player's autograph with it. That would be kind of cool to display and still have their autograph. So let me catch up with chat. Natsman said he reported them. Thank you, man. I don't know what the hell is up tonight. JD said, "Sup, boys and Becky. What's up, man? How are you doing?" Sean said, "Nigerian prince needs help reclaim his billions." No help from he. No help here. JD said, "Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas." Merry Christmas to you as well, man. Then he had JD said, "Did anyone know that A League of Their Own is the highest-grossing baseball movie of all time?" It's also one of the oldest and had Tom Hanks in it, so it doesn't really surprise me there. Sean says spammer's gonna spam. And then Mrs. said, "Oh, she was talking about the Field of Dreams." JD said Field of Dreams is what he thought, and she said they're not far apart. So, but anyway, guys, yeah. Am I going out in left field thinking this, like with the autographs and stuff, and the reactionary buying? Like, is it crazy that if somebody passes or something happens, we are supposed to rush out and buy? Because I don't get why it continuously happens, but I guess that's what everyone has chosen to do. So, I guess there's more. I don't know what's going on now, but it's showing me timeout. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut this, I guess, since people had to come in and spoil the fun. I don't know. It's blowing my mind still that the cycle continues. I'm not going to rush out to buy something just because someone passes. If there's something I want, I'm going to hope to obtain it before that happens. So, Nasmith says A League of Their Own is not a baseball movie. There is no crying in baseball. And Sean said that's when we were supposed to sell. Yeah, I mean, if you're in it for money, then sure. But let's be real, we both know you don't sell that much because you don't want to let it go. And I tend to hang on to a lot of shit myself, so we would both be full in the crowd if we tried to push that motive across as, yeah, just sell it because that's what we're supposed to do. I don't believe that. So, really, it makes me feel better in a sense that I got it. Like, the first thing that I knew of when I heard about Hank Aaron passing, I was thankful that I was thankful the missus talked me into making the decision to purchasing the Hank Aaron, because I knew if I hadn't, I would have missed out on it. So, but anyway, fellas, I hope you all have a great night. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here. I know this was a little short-lived. I am going to try to maybe start scheduling things. I am going, as y'all have seen, I've been uploading videos more. Hopefully, I can continue doing that. I want to get back to, maybe not every night, but I'd like to get back to the lives. I'd like to get back to the crowd, the chats, the good crowd that we had in here. The fun we had back, early to mid 2020. That was a lot of fun. We had a good group of people on every night, chatting it up, talking about cards, and I want to get people on like I used to do to talk about things. I'm supposed to be doing something with a couple of other guys in the community. One of them had family arrive, so that one never happened. We'll see if the other one, I'm pretty sure that one's going to happen. So, but yeah, I want to get back to that. So, well, I can't do guests right now because I'm not on StreamYard at the moment. I'm using OBS. So, I can't invite guests on unless I use StreamYard. So, and I really probably should use StreamYard, but I don't know it as well as OBS. But I know people like when they ask a question that it gets flashed up on the screen. I've noticed that people who use OBS and share questions, the chat is more interactive and everything. So I probably should use StreamYard more, but I like OBS. So, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here. I hope you all have a great night, and as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and until the next video, I'm out.